Hello everyone, it's Julia here with Lake Studio for the Arts and The Julia Art, and I'm going to be sharing with you my process for making layered paper bezels. I use lots of bezels in lots of different projects, whether it's resin or mixed media, and I find that sometimes my project or my materials won't fit in the bezels that are available, or I order them in and then they're not what I want. So paper has come to the rescue. And die cutters have come to the rescue. We can use different types of paper and varying layers to create depth. So like a shadow box look, we would just layer multiple pieces of paper, one or two pieces for a very shallow one. But anyway, paper works great. You could cut this by hand with scissors and a blade, but it would take you quite some time. So luckily for us, companies have developed things like the crank style or electric die cutting machines that use the different dies. Or we have the digital, which is like the Cricut, the Cameo, the Curio, Brothers' new Scan and Cut. Those, offer us more cutting and more versatility in the sense that we can design our own stuff and then it'll cut it out. So you could do things that are more intricate like this and make adjustments to them. I use the cranking Big Shot, and these are the dies that I use. These are kind of to show you, just an idea of what you can do with the dies. And of course, you might need 8 pieces, you might need, 2. Like I said, it just depends on what you're going to use to do it with. Here is a butterfly that I die cut out and then filled with resin and little gears and rusted the, bezel. But it's made with paper and it's extremely strong. So I'm going to go through the process with you real quick and that'll be it, and you'll be on your way. So here we go. So what I've done is I found this shape here that we used a die cut for, and you can either use super glue, you can use a glue stick, regular Elmer's glue. If you use super glue, it's nice to use these little wands with the tip. It takes the glue and then lets it spread out a little evenly. Otherwise, just a glue stick, and I'm going to use the glue stick. I prefer it better. Now, in your layering, it's kind of cool because you could stick with just like scrap paper. You don't even have to use any of your good stock. And then also you can like do the top layer with a nicer piece of stock and get a different look. Or you can make sure that you seal all the edges off and everything, and you could spray paint the whole thing. You could do like I did and put the rust on. But it's, virtually endless on nail polish. I mean, just anything and everything. And then also the back one you would just cut without doing the double die. You just cut the single die and you can have a back on it. So that's kind of nice too. Alright, so I just take these and got the glue on them. Keep a little piece of paper over here for your fingers. I like to get a little messy. And we got a couple more here. Hopefully you can see this okay. This is not, not really anything difficult. Just really comes down to what you want in your dies that you buy and the look you're going for. So anyway, I just press it down real good, make sure it's lined up. You can keep nail file, get nail files and all that, so when it is dry you can take sandpaper or a fingernail file to it to straighten up any edges or whatever, but we'll just set that aside there to dry. I have one here that I pieced together. Like I said, this is 8 layers. And then what we do is just flip this over, do the back side to put a back on it. Like so, and then you can fill it in. But that's it. I mean, that's just how easy it is. Simple to do. If you wanted, nice thing about too with these dies is they also have the embossing folders. You could emboss and cut out, so your top piece or even your backer piece could have an embossing pattern in it, or an embossed top edge, and give it an extra bit of detail that way. But having said that, like I said, and then these are perfect. You will, like I said, sand the edges if you need to, but they finish off, and I mean, just perfect. Exactly what I wanted when I needed it. And you know, yeah, you could do it with clay and things, and you're baking it and everything, but like I said, we have lots of scrap paper around, and you know, if you don't have a cutter, if you don't have a digital cutter, or you don't have a big kick or a big shot or any of those, and you really don't want to use your hands and cut, you've got a friend that's got one, I'm sure. Ask them to cut them for you. They won't mind, and they can do 12 by 12 or even a little bit larger on their digital one. So, you know, it's kind of endless. You know, these shapes, how you mount them, you know, what you want to do. You can layer them, put the resins in. I mean, making your own bezels is not a bad idea. So, hey, thanks for your time, and have fun, and look at my Instructable. There's step-by-step instructions on how to do the whole thing. So, thanks again. It's The Julie Art, and have a great night. Bye.